Cube. Every time I do it, I just have to do it beautiful. I can't let this moment pass. Yeah, I know my time is now. Know my mama proud of me, and my grandma smiling down. Every time I turn it up, whole crowd be wildin' out. Matter of fact, let me see your hands. Look, I saw my shot and I took it.
The NFL is on EA Sports as we bring you a look inside Highmark Stadium here at Orchard Park, New York. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Minnesota Vikings and the Buffalo Bills. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Singletary to get the drive started. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. This defense for... They were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Allen. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Allen now looks to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. The Bills in 3-5, 2 games under 500. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On 2nd and 11 now. Allen, he's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one as a receiver is got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Allen going to throw. Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. And the Vikings are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They run it again with Cook. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. 3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for it in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
Fourth down, Cousins. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he is going to pick up the Vikings' 1st down as this defense cannot come up with a play that they need. In fact, they surrender a big chunk, 17 yards there on 4th down. They run the counter with Cook. And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. 1st and 10.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
They run again on 1st down, Cook. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Ezra Cleveland, the guard, called for the penalty there. Cook following the penalty. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 40 yards rushing for him on their opening drive of the contest, and it's now 1st and goal.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Adam Thielen, his 1st rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. McKenzie now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So already not the best of kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalposts. What every offense wants to do in this situation, get 2 first downs to help out with field position at the least.
And the tackle for loss goes to Eric Kendricks.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 12, Allen. And his throw is incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. To throw, it's Allen. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for a Buffalo Bills.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Going to give this one to Singletary. And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Allen. And that's going to be incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Allen. And that is caught. It's Davis. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Well, that's how you convert on 3rd down with an explosive gain of 34.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
On the counter, this is Singletary. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 24-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Singletary, they'll go up the middle. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Allen. Now he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
Well, those have been a problem for him all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Back to the ground, this time Cook. And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. Two runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble.
Oh, Brandon, that's a gamer move right there. Facing 3rd down, steps up, calls his own number, and nearly makes the house call. If I'm the coach, I let him take another one right here. Give him a chance to be the first one to hit the end zone after that effort he just gave him.
They'll run here with Moss. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Zach Moss, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And this will be a Vikings first down as he'll take this up to the 38-yard line.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
first down. Here's the run with Cook. Room here to run. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 65 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right out of and right up the middle.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
It's a gain of 20 as we wind down near 20 seconds left in the quarter.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, this from 37. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
On second down, it's Cook again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment to what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpire's got different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? To throw, Cousins. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
2nd down, they go right back to Cook. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. Cousins to throw for it on 4th. They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. And the Bills are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football up and drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. From midfield, here's Allen. Working the middle here, that's complete to Knox, the tight end. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
But normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation, you have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
They'll give this to Singletary running right. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The stop made there by Chandon Sullivan.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Allen. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Operating from the gun. Allen. It's caught by Davis. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So on 4th down, out is Tyler Bass in the Buffalo field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 46. And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3. So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy there that lets him down.
Yeah, he hit it really well. I think this might have been good from 55. But you'll see it just conk off that upright. And they're denied a chance at 3 points.
Play fake. Cousins. Pressure comes and down he goes. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, You're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Cousins. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory, right at the 40. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
On 2nd down, it's Cook again. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. 3rd down. Here's a run by Cook. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 131 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing. Slow them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st. Here's Cook again. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down. This is up and good from Pinheiro. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now, because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback who just threw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but to throw one to the big guy, But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game telling all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercept it. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Cousins on first down. And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. Matt Milano in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. To try again after the sack. Cousins, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. Running from the shotgun with Madison. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss, because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays, make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well.
Especially the quarterback. And even with that broken tackle, can't get very far, stops short of the 30. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Here's Allen. That's taken in by Knox. On the move past the 40. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now Allen. And this one's incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Allen. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. There he goes, left side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, just to add that to the list of great moments for this defense today, they've really shredded that game plan on the other side all 4 quarters. And, Charles, that pick 6, that's kind of the cherry on top.
Yeah, they did it, and I feel like I'm quoting a bad movie line, but they did it together, didn't they? Fed off of each other, every big play they made, every tackle, every pick, everything they've done. They continually built energy in this one, and how about them culminating with a pick 6?
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. McKenzie now from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
We'll see if they go back to base. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. A give up the middle to Singletary. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. So the final seconds have